Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there was a taxi driver named Imran. Every day, he drove passengers across town, listening to their stories. Imran wasn't wealthy. He barely earned enough to pay rent and take care of his family. But unlike many others, he carried a dream deep inside. He wanted to own something lasting, something bigger than his taxi. One evening, while waiting for a passenger, he overheard businessmen talking. They spoke about how property values in the city were rising. That night, Imran couldn't sleep. He kept thinking, what if he saved enough to buy land? The next morning, he made a promise to himself. From that day, he would live frugally and save every spare rupee. Imran cut down his expenses. He packed lunch from home, wore the same shoes for years, and avoided unnecessary spending. His colleagues laughed at him. Why live like this? They asked. But Imran only smiled and replied, I'm building something you can't see yet. After 7 years of sacrifice, Imran finally saved enough for a small plot of land. It wasn't much, but it was his. That first investment changed his mindset forever. He realized the power of owning assets. Instead of buying a new car or living a lavish life, he bought another plot. Slowly, 1 became 2, then 3. He studied the property market in his free time. Every passenger conversation became a chance to learn. When property prices surged in the city, Imran's humble plots tripled in value. He reinvested carefully, always choosing long-term growth over quick cash. Years passed, and his portfolio grew. The once struggling taxi driver now owned multiple properties across town. But Imran didn't stop there. He started renting his houses, generating steady monthly income. People who once mocked him now came asking for advice. They couldn't believe a taxi driver had built such wealth. Imran would always tell them, it's not about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and invest. By the time Imran turned 60, he no longer needed to drive his taxi. His properties provided more income than he had ever imagined. But he didn't retire in silence. He shared his story with younger drivers, encouraging them to dream bigger. He reminded them, every small saving has the power to grow into something great. Imran's legacy wasn't just the buildings he owned. It was the inspiration he gave to others living paycheck to paycheck. Today, people call him the Taxi Driver Mogul, a man who started with nothing but determination and patience. He proved that wealth isn't reserved for the rich. It belongs to anyone willing to save, sacrifice, and stay consistent. Imran's journey teaches us one timeless lesson. You don't need millions to start building wealth. You only need discipline, vision, and the courage to begin. And so, the story of a simple taxi driver became a story of triumph, a reminder that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary success. Now, ask yourself this. What dream are you willing to sacrifice for today? Because the road to fortune doesn't begin with riches. It begins with a single decision to believe in yourself.